What's going on, everybody? Blue Raven here, and welcome to a new Dark Souls 3 video I want to do. Let's get that music out of the way. So, I want to do a bleed build, because bleed is so broken in Dark Souls 3. And I want to show you guys how I think a proper bleed build should be done. There's some good... what's up, Stormkiller? I have a bleed character already. I think this is it. I think this is my bleed character. But we are going to start from scratch, which means I got to delete somebody. I think. Maybe I can start a new game. Yep, I can start a new game. So,
Yes, indeed.
yes, indeed. Shut up. So, we're going to name this character. The man of... Oh, I can't do that. Okay. Let's try... Bleed. That's fine. Okay. Burial gift. I always go with the white branch. Let's go with that guy. Build. Burly. Actually, no, we want him... Yeah, I want him slim because he's going to be like... You want high roll and everything with bleed builds. So you're... Because you're going to have high dex. So you want high build. Let's see. Age, voice, physique... Oh, he's starting to turn red. I like that. Hair and beard. Oh, wait. Wait, yeah, hair and beard color. Let's make it all. We're gonna make it kind of gray. Hair. There we go. I want to give him a scar. That's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna give him a scar. So let's do that. Onto black. Then move it down. Oh, over this eye. Ah, here we go. Why is it red? I said black. Actually, isn't it if you turn them all the way up, it'll turn black? Or it turns them white, doesn't it? Yeah, it turns them white. Alright. Let's see. Huh. Yeah. There we go. And, oh, we gotta choose our class. Duh, we can't be the knight. Although the knight's really good. But we want, I think we want the mercenary because he's got the best dex. Yeah, we're going with the mercenary. Got a shitty shield, which we'll take care of and once we get going. Let's go. Let's do this. Oh, so if you go into similar faces and you just keep spamming it, you can actually make them turn green. You can make them look like frogs. You can make them look just bizarre. I didn't want to go too far with it. I wanted to make them look still semi-realistic. So, you could dual wield these. Which we won't be using for very long. We will be using them. You kill us a crystal lizard. See what it's been a while since I played Dark Souls about a month ago, so I should still be pretty good. Ah, give me that attack. Give me that. Ooh. Come here. Oh, we're looking through the wood now. Cute. So how's everybody doing today? Was it Thursday? I haven't done a video in a little while. I've been really busy. I have a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff going on. Just a lot of personal stuff. And trying to get my mind off, I figured I would do a stream today. So hopefully it works. By the way, Storm, your package was mailed out. It should be there sometime this week. You should get it sometime this week, so... Let's get our emote. Thank you. trying to parry him, it didn't work. Oh, I just barely made it. Awesome sauce. Oh, I don't want to do. I don't want to fix this right on this edge, but I just knocked my joystick cover off my controller. Let's go where we're not gonna fall off an edge. Right here's good. Okay. I'm gonna run around radically for a second while I put this back on. No, don't fall off. Get back on. There it goes. I think we're good. There we go. I hate that. So instead of front kicking, this is what you do with this character. You just slash with a backflip. I've never parried Gundar before. I'm gonna try. If I die, I die. No big deal. I'm totally gonna try to parry him. Too early. Nope. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it! Couldn't do it! Oh, he killed me. I've been playing way too much Bloodborne lately. The parry windows are so close to each other, but so far away. Hello there. Even the younglings. What's up, Spence? Ow! There we go. Ah. This is way easier. Ow! Yeah, I'll read your comments in a second. Good. Hey, fuck your hand. Okay. General Kenobi. Get good? I'm the best. What the hell are you talking about? Get good. Oh, punch you in the dick. I just have to keep a listen out for my puppies if they wake up. To let them outside. Oh, no. Trust me. Trust me. That's not a threat. That's a promise. Bitch. So, when it comes to bleed builds in Dark Souls, the katanas are always the way to go initially, but there are other weapons that are better. And in Dark Souls 2, it was an actual drop. It was an actual item you could get. In this one, you have to farm it essentially to get it, and that's the Flameberg. Flameberg's probably one of the best bleed weapons in Dark Souls, just because it's a great sword, so it scales in strength, and it also scales in dex. So you get that great sword power, but you get that bleed effect as well. Is D2 finally dead or not? Hell no, they just brought back Outbreak Prime in Destiny 2. It's called Outbreak Perfected. It's a mission it's essentially the same as Whisper of the Worm. How you get Whisper of the Worm, it's the exact same. You get 20 minutes to get through an area and kill the boss. And but it's currently bugged to where if you go into a party of 3 and then one of your people just like constantly goes from the map to their inventory, just keeps rotating that, they'll never spawn in, so the clock will never start. So you can essentially just have 2 people go through at their leisure, and you can get both the emblem and the weapon. And you can do it on hard mode too and get the catalyst as well. So but I was playing with Outbreak today. Oh my goodness, it's so much fun. But I was a little disappointed in the fact that it just showed up as an exotic quest, and you get it from kind of some Fallen. So it follows the Iron Lords as far as the Fallen are the ones who had Siva, but I would have liked to see them implement Destiny 2 lore with the Siva. Like, I would have liked it if, in order to get Outbreak Prime, it would have been during the Black Armory event where two of the forges from Black Armory are both on the Exodus Black. And we know from Failsafe that Siva is also on the Exodus Black. So it would have been cool if we would have gotten it that way. Or maybe we get like an SOS from Anna Bray and Rasputin has a new weapon for us. We have to do these trials for him, and he gives us the new Outbreak that he's been working on, because we know Rasputin worked with Siva as well. I would have liked it something along those lines. Fortunately, we didn't get that. We just got a quest, an exotic quest for you. You have to do a mission, and then you have to go find these nodes, and then you go in, and then you go to the farm, and then you go into the mission and do the 20-minute mission to kill a boss and get it. Yeah, the last Halo game I think I played was 2. I might have played 3. I don't remember.
Welcome to I Limited. Farewell.
Let's do this. We're about to get our first bleed weapon, so. Because these don't have bleed, I believe. I don't believe they do. There we go. Yeah, no, these don't have any bleed. Well, next week my biggest game of the year for me comes out next week. So I don't know if I want to do pre-recorded videos of it or if I just want to stream it. I think I'm going to do pre-recorded just because of what's going on in my personal life right now. I don't have time to do these long streams today. I'm doing one, but I don't know how long it's going to be. But Rage 2 comes out next week, and that is my jam right there. I loved Rage. It was so much fun. And I got the exclusive GameStop edition where I get like this talking zombie head with it, which is pretty funny. Oh, no, reinforced. There we go. I don't know, I'm doing this now. Anyone else seeing Endgame? I have. You guys can talk about it as long as everybody knows that if anybody who hasn't seen it, you guys are talking spoilers, so yeah, I don't care if you talk about it. It's been out for long enough. If you haven't seen it by now, then you're bad. See, I'm right there with Spencer. I thought Infinity Wars was better too. I thought, okay, I'm not going to spoil anything for any of my viewers about as far as the storyline of Endgame, but I will say I felt like the first act, maybe act and a half, it kind of drug on. It was kind of slow. It just kind of just. I was like, all right, let's get this movie going. The third act of the movie is phenomenal. I loved it. But yeah, I totally agree with that. I think Infinity Wars is better. I wouldn't even put, and I actually wouldn't even put Endgame in my top 5 best Marvel movies. My top 5 right now would be, in no particular order, top 5 that I could always sit down and watch and have a good time. Iron Man 1, Guardians 1, Winter Soldier, Civil War, Infinity Wars. Those would be my top 5. Endgame would probably be 6 or 7. It's good. It just. Dude, come here. Come on. See ya. Die. Thank you. That's how you kill that guy easily, by the way. If you ever have an issue with that guy, just go right there and block and wait for him to do a dash and he'll fall right off the cliff. You don't have to hit him or anything. I used to have so many issues with that guy, and that's how you beat him. Yeah. So one of my biggest issues with Endgame is they use the Dragon Ball Z timeline or time travel theory. Spoilers. They use the Dragon Ball Z time travel. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, the time traveling in that movie makes no fucking sense. There's so much that they do while they're traveling through time that they say that they're going to go back and fix, but there's things they fucked. I don't think you can unfuck. Like, is Loki still alive? Like, when he got to, like, I mean, I'm sorry. There's a lot of things, but there was some things that happened. I've seen Endgame 5 times now, and it wasn't until the 3rd time when somebody else pointed out to me that I didn't even notice that it happened at the end of the movie about the people who are actually dead. Oh, we are switching weapons. That's right. I can't wield it yet because I need just a little bit more strength. We're gonna go get that here in just a second. But yeah, the storyline just doesn't. I liked the final act of Endgame. I think it's one of the better final acts in a Marvel movie, but I just I think it didn't need to be 3 hours long. No, I see with Thor, I actually liked what they did with Thor. Like they had the balls to do what they did and leave it. Like what they did with Thor was brilliant. I thought it was brilliant, and the fact that they were committed to what they did to him was I thought was brilliant. Um, let's see what else in there really kind of stuck out to me. I don't want to give out spoilers too much. I mean, the movie's been out for what 2 weeks now, so I think the the anybody who's a good Marvel fan should have already seen it by now. Um, so for those of you who haven't seen it, I'm gonna start talking spoilers on it. So don't pay attention to the chat or mute the video right now and just watch me play. But yeah, I'm gonna be talking spoilers for a minute. So that being said, now that that's out of the way, the first thing I want to talk about is Black Widow. According to she's got to be coming back because according to Phase 4, she's getting her own movie. Now, it could be an origin story movie and she's not coming back. They could do an origin story movie with her and not bring her back at all. But the way she died was, by the way, if you're a keen observer, she dies in the exact same pose that Gamora died. Like, she's laying there the exact same way. The other thing that I was talking about earlier that I did notice to like my fourth viewing was, hold on a second. 3 weeks now, okay. Actor was definitely the greatest, but the second act dragged long. I liked the movie for sure, but I enjoyed him, and he works better as an overall movie. Right, I agree. It definitely had a lot of fanfare. Like, it definitely gave everybody who's been part of the MCU so far, it definitely paid. It's a lot like Dark Souls 3, where it pays a lot of homage to the previous, for people who have played Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2. That's kind of what Dark Souls 3 is. That's kind of what it felt like Endgame was. There was all the callbacks to stuff that wasn't even in the movies. So there's two callbacks in one reference in one scene. There's a scene where Cap's in the elevator with Loki's staff, and he's trying to get it, and he's in the same elevator where in Winter Soldier he goes apeshit and beats up everybody. But instead, you think that's how it's going to go down, but instead he leans in and says, "Hail Hydra." That plays on two different fans. That plays on the fans of everybody who watched Winter Soldier. It also plays on the comic book fans of when Cap was a Hydra agent. When there's that whole, when Cap went all evil and was a Hydra agent. So it kind of played in both levels, which I actually liked. There's the callback of I'm Iron Man, you know, when before he snaps his fingers, and then his daughter saying that, calling back about how she wants a cheeseburger, and how Tony obviously in the first movie loved cheeseburgers. So it did more fan service than it did. It just left too much open, and it definitely showed that they're going to make an all-girl Avengers movie. When they had Pepper Potts in the Iron Man suit, they had Captain Marvel, they had Black Panther's sister and the other chick there, Gamora and Nebula, like all these girls together. I was like, really? They're going to do that? Okay. Civil War, Infinity Wars, Winter Soldier, Iron Man 1, and Thor 1. Oh, you know what? Actually, now that I think about it, so my top 5 would be Guardians, Iron Man, Thor Ragnarok would be in my top 5 now that I think about it. I totally forgot about Ragnarok. It's like one of my favorite just movies. It's so good. Winter Soldier and Civil War. And then obviously there's the homage to Winter Soldier again when Falcon comes back and he says on your left. That was really cool. That chokes you up a little bit when you hear that. Cap's getting ready to just bite the bucket, and then he hears coming over the radio on your left. I was like, oh, that's so awesome. But the big scene that I kept overlooking, that it wasn't, like I said, until my 4th viewing, was that when Tony Stark snapped his fingers, said I'm Iron Man, snapped his fingers, and wasted and dusted Thanos and all of his goons, he dusted Gamora as well. I didn't notice that, because she gets dusted off screen. You don't actually see it happen. The only way you know is when Thor goes up to Star-Lord's ship and he calls it the Asgardians of the Galaxy, when he comes in the ship, you see Star-Lord searching for Gamora, and he can't find her. So I didn't notice that until like I said, it was like the 4th time I watched the movie is when I was like, holy shit, she is gone. Yeah. The one thing I really liked about the movie was the fact that there were so many fans that just hated Thanos, and so the Russo brothers were like, you guys hate him so much, we're not just gonna kill him once, we're gonna kill that motherfucker twice. I dig that. That was cool. I was like, yeah, kill him twice. That was pretty good. So the other part that didn't make sense to me was how Thanos got to the future. It doesn't, like, so I get that it's the past Gamora using the future Gamora, or not Gamora, Nebula. Past Nebula using future Nebula wristband to travel into the future with Thanos. But she only has 1 Pym particle to do that. So she has enough, so basically you have to suspend disbelief, because evidently she has enough Pym particles to travel back to the future and shrink Thanos' ship and bring it back to full size. Oops, wrong button. That was where I was like, what? Because they went out of their way to explain that's why Cap and Iron Man had to go further back, was to get more Pym particles. Man, I'm so used to Bloodborne being the jump being double circle. I keep forgetting that. This is jump. So there's a lot of confusing things. Yeah, shut up. I just want to level up, so I can start using this damn thing. Alright, so I need my strength up to 11. Your dex, ideally you want to get it to 20 for now, and then start working on getting your vigor and your endurance up. These are the 2 you want to start working on. You can leave this at 20 for a while, as far as your bleed's concerned. We're gonna, because 20 is more than enough. And this, so the current katana we have is the Uchi katana, and it has a C scaling. I think when it's fully up, I think it has an A, maybe a B, maybe it just goes to a B. I don't know, but we can modify it to make it better. But if we can get the Flameberg to drop, the Flameberg is the best bleed weapon in this game, I think, according to my stats, according to all the stats I remember. Oh, okay. Okay, I guess that makes a sense. It doesn't explain that. It's just she has the wristband, and then bam, she pops back into the future with Thanos. And then what the hell was Thanos' twin blade made out of? Because it wrecked Cap's shield, like, and that's vibranium. By the way, here's another really cool fact. So, according to the newest trailer from the new Spider-Man movie, that when Iron Man snapped his fingers, he opened a hole in space, and now we have this multiverse. And according to Kevin Feige, that's how we're getting the Fantastic Four and the X-Men into the MCU, is through this multiverse that's now open. That's how, according to the trailer, Mysterio is, or Mysterion? Is it Mysterion or Mysterio? I think it's Mysterio. That's why he's there. It's not his Earth. I doubt that, because Mysterio is a villain, and I think he's doing this all as a fake thing. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, he'll be in the next Guardians movie, I would assume. I think the next Guardians movie is going to be heavily revolving around Star-Lord searching for Gamora, because he saw her alive, so he's going to be like in this ever-ending search for his girl. I'm not looking forward to the next Spider-Man movie. Oh, we can get going. I'm not looking forward to the next Spider-Man movie, but there are a couple that I am looking forward to. I don't care about the next Black Panther movie either. Guardians 3, definitely going to watch. Next Doctor Strange, I want to watch. I want to see what they do with the X-Men. I want to see what they do with Fantastic. They got to be able to get Fantastic Four right. If they do, it could really push like the next legacy of Marvel movies, because you know, when Tony Stark said, "I am Iron Man," and snapped his fingers, he did it for two reasons. One, that's Robert Downey Jr. saying nobody else can play this role ever again. I was the best at it. Fuck you guys. And at the same time, it was also Tony Stark saying, "Fuck you. I'm the only one and only Iron Man. There'll never be another one after me." That was kind of why he did that. That's my belief. It was so arrogant, and it was so perfect on point for his character. That being said, I was really kind of bummed the way they just kind of let Cap retire, and then they're gonna make Falcon the next Captain America instead of Bucky, which kind of pissed me off. That didn't make sense to me. There's the ending of the movie after the fight sequence. The ending was kind of irritating. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of irritated me a little bit. There we go. Get these bombs. Did the dog come up here? I'm trying to get my computer to get Dark. I got to get a better computer because I have Dark Souls 3 on the PC, and I want to do all the modded. I want to do all the different mods for Dark Souls 3, but I can't do that until. I parried the shit out of that. There it is. Drink, bitch. How is he not dead? Back-to-back raw gems. Should have been Bucky for sure, so we could have. And the other thing about it is that Falcon is not a superhero. I mean, he is, but he's not even like. He doesn't have any superpowers. Like Hawkeye has like great vision. He has like superhero vision, like to the point where he never misses a shot. Right. The thing is like Falcon just has he's like Iron Man. He doesn't have any powers. He just has that suit. Whereas, um, whereas Bucky is a super soldier. He has a super soldier serum, just like Cap. So he's strong. Just I don't know if he's as strong as Cap, but he's definitely strong. And it would make sense to do that. I don't know. That part really irritated me. Bleed, bitch! Right. And yeah, I think the Bucky character they wanted to drop that character too. I think he's going to be done. He may make a cameo here and there, like in the Black Panther movie. He may make a cameo, but overall, his character arc is done. They're not going to do anything else with him. And then you're going to have Falcon turn into Captain America, which I actually looked up. Falcon has been Captain America in the comics before, so it's not like that's not a role for him. It's just that in the MCU, it just doesn't make sense. So I think the next big villain has got to be Galactus. I think with the Fantastic Four coming in, I think you're going to get Silver Surfer coming. I think Galactus is the next big baddie. The next big Thanos-style baddie that we're going to get is going to be Galactus. It's got to be. Because, I mean, they've kind of already fucked up as far as comic books are concerned. As far as, like, Celestials go, because a Celestial can't die. Celestials are immortal, can't die ever, and they already killed one. They've already killed one. They killed Ego in Guardians 2, so... Annihilus is the strongest of the Celestials? I think Ego is the strongest of the Celestials, actually. Or maybe Ego just had the bigger... He had the bigger grand scheme of things. Maybe not necessarily the strongest, but maybe he had the bigger schemes as far as the Celestials are concerned. Well, and I think both snaps were such a cosmic rift that's why Galactus is going to start. He's going to come around, is because it showed in Endgame how when Thanos snapped, it was ground zero on Earth, and then the snap where he was living to destroy the stones. That there was the energy was so massive that you could literally see it. I mean, it affected everything, right? And I think that Galactus, being the being that he is, was affected 3 times by it, and he's going to be a little pissed off because of that. And I mean, Thanos was a big baddie, but I mean, like, comic book wise, he's gotten his ass kicked by so many superheroes throughout the years that there's other villains out there that are even more or even worse than Thanos, but they don't have to be as big as Galactus. Like, I think Galactus is going to come, but I think he's going to be like how Thanos was the end of phase 1 through 3, like the first 20 movies of the MCU all led to Thanos. I think the next couple of phases are all going to lead to Galactus, but you're going to have some smaller villains, but they're going to be just as good. Like, Loki was a great villain through the entire first 3 phases of Marvel, and I think that you're going to get like Doctor Doom is going to be another great villain that's going to carry us through Phase 4, Phase 5, maybe even to Phase 6. I think he's going to be great. I think um, Adam Warlock's going to be a great villain for a little while before he becomes a good guy. Um, there's a couple other ones that are out there that I think they could definitely make good villains. Uh, you could pull. There's a lot of great villains in the Spider-Man universe that you could totally use. You could definitely bring Venom into the MCU now that they have the rights to him. You could bring. He's an anti-hero, but he's also a villain. I mean, you got Carnage, you got Venom, you got all kinds of good stuff from the Spider-Man universe. That. Hold on, my channel froze. Uh, that you could do small villains. You could bring Michael Keaton's Vulture back. He reprise his role. He's only in jail. Shut up. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of them there. Later, Stormkiller. Thanks for coming by, buddy. Oh, Stormstand. Sorry, I didn't see it. Spence, later, buddy. Yeah, anytime you want to play some Smite, you see me on, just send me a message, man. I'm down. I might start doing a Smite, like a weekly Smite video. Yeah, I got that. I misread the. I had to refresh my page, so I missed the statement. I overlooked that Spencer was leaving. Yet. No, but I think there's a lot of potential before Galactus. I don't think you bring Galactus in right away. I think you wait and you bring him in like you did Thanos. You start teasing him in movies, and you wait, and then and the thing about Galactus is Thanos could have the Infinity Gauntlet on with all the stones, and Galactus would kick the living shit out of him easily. Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! I don't want to do that either. Wrong button. I don't know, I'm grabbing this stuff. I'm just grabbing stuff as I'm going. So, as far as Dark Souls is concerned, I'm getting on topic here, but the katanas are really good, but the durability is always an issue with the katanas. So, that's why you want to try to get the Flamebird, because then you don't have the durability issue. Do you think they'll introduce the missing stone? What stone's missing? There's 6 Infinity Stones. What stone's missing? Which one? Is that what you're talking about? The Infinity Stones? The Death Stone. That's the Soul Stone. It's the same stone. It's just depending on what comic you read, it's the same stone. So the Soul Stone and the Death Stone are the same stone. Depending on which comic you got, it got retconned a long time ago. But there are only 6 Infinity Stones. You go through the Infinity Gauntlet comic, and Thanos only has 6. When Nebula puts on their 6, it's the same stone. The Soul Stone and the Death Stone are the same stone. Is my understanding. I'd have to ask my brother. He knows more about it than I do. But from my understanding, they're the same. There's no difference. It just depends on which one you're reading or which comic you read. Well, let's look it up. Hold on. Let's give it a second. Uh, so in Marvel Comics, there are only 6 Infinity Stones. There's the Space Stone, the Reality Stone, the Power Stone, the Mind Stone, the Time Stone, the Soul Stone. And that is according to Marvel Comics, not the MCU. Infinity Gems. Let's look at, maybe if I'm looking at it differently, let's see if there's Infinity Gems are different. Okay, let's see. The first appearance of Infinity Gems occurred in 1972 in a Marvel Premiere 1 originally called Soul Gem. The second Soul Gem appeared in Captain Marvel. Okay, so yeah, in the 1990 limited series The Thanos Quest, Thanos refers to the entire set as the Infinity Gems. For the first time in the storyline, he steals the gems for the second time and reveals the gems to be the last remaining opulent beings. Thanos then places all 6 gems within a gauntlet. So yeah, there's only been 6. And that's according to this is just fucking Wikipedia. I mean, I know Wikipedia's lies all the time, but uh, that's according to the comics though. So time, space, mind, power. So, according to, okay, it says additional gems have appeared in crossover medias and alternative universes outside of the Marvel universe, often commended in nature. So, power or capabilities. There's Ego, which is what the white Ego's gem contains the cosmic entity Nemesis and reacts to blah, 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 blah. There's Rhythm, which is pink, Build, which is red, Death, which is yellow, and Community, which is black. Continuity, which is black. And that was in the Deadpool series. Death was in the Infinity Gauntlet Limited series in 2015 in the Secret Wars crossover. And these have all been retconned. So that's what I think that's what you're talking about. The Ego Stone. Ego Stone was white. The Continuity Stone was black. Back to some. Hold on. Anybody hear any puppies crying? I don't hear them. Okay, we're good. Watch out for them crying puppies. Ow. So, as far as Dark Souls 3 is concerned, the build I'm going for will be bleed plus high mobility. Kind of like a ninja status. Is that better than the shield I have? Can I front kick with the katana? Yes, I can. I don't need the claymore, so I'm not going after it. I don't need this axe either, but I'm doing this for the souls, more or less. Ow! Drink. I still think Thor is. So you got so Stormkiller asked who I think the strongest superhero in the MCU currently is, even with Captain Marvel's. I think Thor with Stormbreaker and Mjolnir. I think he could. I think, and not looking like freaking the Big Lebowski anymore. I think Thor is still the most powerful being in the MCU. I think Captain Marvel could definitely give him a run for his money, but I don't think she's better than him. Dude, pick it up. Oh, in all of Marvel, not just the MCU. What is? Well, there's no argument in who's the strongest. That's not even an argument. It's what's his name? Franklin Richards. He's the strongest superhero ever of all time and ever will be. Period. For those of you who don't know who that is, Franklin Richards is Reed Richards and Storm, what's her name? Invisible Woman. Can't think of her name off the top of my head. Their son. The reason he's the most powerful is because he makes reality. He can bend reality to what he sees fit. So, if he doesn't want you to exist, you no longer exist. That's the ultimate superpower. Like, he can change reality as he sees fit. On a whim. If he has a bad day, you're fucked. Now, normally I would farm for this shield, but I'm not going to. Normally I would farm the Lothric Knights for their shield, but I'm not going to right now. See, and I would agree, Deadpool would be probably number 2, but again, Franklin Warlock or Franklin Richards could just go, Deadpool doesn't exist anymore. Guess what? Deadpool's no longer exists, period. Or, if he didn't want to do it that way, he could just say, okay, Deadpool no longer has regeneration factor. He can't regenerate anymore. He loses mutant power. Deadpool's dead. Just because you're immortal doesn't mean you can't exist. Like, immortality just means you can't die. Doesn't mean you can't no longer exist. I changed it to Sentry. I'm telling you, Franklin Richards, there's no argument. He's the most powerful superhero, period. What's up, Michael? Give me that parry. Oh, it's going, man. We're just doing some bleeding. We're bleeding people. Bleeding folks. Kill all of them. Ah! Oh, I just died. I didn't even know you could fall off there. What level am I at? Just started the game. So, like, I'm currently level 16. We were talking endgame and comic books, but we can talk whatever. Again, so Stormkiller, that's all great. He can have the power of 10 million suns. Franklin Richards could make him not exist if he wanted to. That trumps how. Doesn't matter how strong you are. That trumps that. When you can bend reality to your whim, you have the ultimate power, because every other power is irrelevant. I completely agree. So if you take Franklin Richards out of the equation, then there are some superheroes that you could say, oh no, this one's more powerful than this. I would definitely give edge to Deadpool in a lot of aspects for his the fact that they've dropped nuclear bombs on him, he's still alive. So in that aspect, yeah. But if you keep Franklin Richards in it, you can't beat him. Oh shit! I'm reading chat. Sorry. Stop it! Oh, my puppies just woke up. About to die. I'm dead. I just lost my souls. Right? But yeah, look up Franklin Richards, you'll see what I'm talking about. Like, his powers are scary. Crap, I was hoping to be able to do this stream longer, but we're gonna have to pick this up later, because when I let these puppies, they have to be outside for like 20 or 30 minutes, and I'm not gonna just leave my stream sitting for like 20 or 30 minutes, you guys. For those of you curious, I just got 2 puppies. They're about 7 weeks old. They're Pitweilers. So the mom was full-blooded Rottweiler. Dad's full-blooded Pit Bull. That's what you get when you crossbreed those two. They're called Pitweilers. And they eat, poop, and chew on everything right now, and sleep. That's about all they do. But they're going to be big dogs, which is really cool. So their names are Duke and Lilith, boy and a girl. But I really enjoyed talking with you guys about comics. Storm, you should be getting your package any day now. I will try to do another stream tomorrow. If you guys want me, if there's something special you guys want me to play, leave me a comment. What you guys want me to do? What game you guys want me to play? I was kind of wanting to do some more Days Gone. If you guys want me to do some more Days Gone, let me know. I haven't really gotten into that game yet. It's just sitting on my shelf. It's also like Sekiro. I have it. It's sitting on my shelf, and I just can't play it. Again, if you can, my opinion is if you can make reality what you want it to be, then power level doesn't matter. So, like, when you're talking about, like, okay, power levels, like, okay, well, who's the most powerful mutant? Is it Magneto, or is it Professor Xavier, or is it Jean Grey, or is it Wolverine? There's a lot of different power levels in the mutants, but once you can change the sheer aspect of reality, when you can will things in and out of existence as you see fit, yeah, it's kind of hard to fight that. It's kind of hard to argue with that. Like, you just, oh, I don't want Thanos to exist. Thanos doesn't exist anymore. I don't. This guy has this really cool power. I want his power. Now I have his power because he can literally will that to exist inside of him. So if he wanted to have the same powers as Sentry, he'd just say, I want Sentry's powers. Bam, he has Sentry's powers like that. Now he's just as powerful, if not more. That's where Franklin Richards is like, it's hard when they did. That's why he's been retconned out of the comics, is because when they did that, they realized you can't go any bigger than that. That's my point I'm trying to make on that. By the way, I keep forgetting to do this, but let me see if I can I do this from here? Yes, I can. There he goes. Storm, you've been with me for a long time, and I've been meaning to do that. But anyways, guys, you can hear my dogs literally howling. I gotta go. So, make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already done so. I love you guys. Storm, thanks for hanging out with me today. I know it's late for you anyways, so you should go get some sleep anyways. Michael, thanks for coming by and saying hi. I love you all. I hope everybody has a great day. I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow. Take care, guys. Bye.